So today will be an unboxing and initial impression of the SOUNDPEATS Air4 Pro, and you can see this is a new set here, all sealed and sent to me by SOUNDPEATS. They just told me to try it out, do a review on it. I told them that I'm mainly into the better earphones and stuff, so they say okay, this is the best sounding one they have today in production, and they asked me to try it out and give an honest review. Now you can see here, this is my day-to-day. This is my 50天together with a wireless. This is a BT20 XS, I believe, and then this is my space travel. Before this, I owned the AirPods too. Now I'm not a big fan of this whole wireless bud in, because I tried a few of them and I don't think they sound that great for the price you're paying. I mean, these days you can buy really good Chinese IEMs at like what, $200. So well, this is about 100 Sing dollars, so 71 USD. So let's unbox this and try it out. Now inside the box is the wireless headset here. This is a Air4 Pro. It's well packed. And then this is some sort of a manual, some documentation, some write-up. I mean, nothing too much. I mean, you probably don't care about this as usual. So without wasting time, let's look at the Air4 Pro. Now, let's remove this plastic sheet and then look at the earphones themselves. Now this is the Air4 Pro. So it has the long antenna, just like the AirPod Pros and AirPod Max. I mean, the name was really close too. And then it slots in nicely and you close the cap up. The quality itself, it doesn't feel as premium as something from Apple. The Apple shell is really durable looking and durable feeling. This one feels a little bit more cheapish, but the earphones themselves actually look more impressive. Though the material and build, I will say, and the weight, it doesn't feel as heavy as the AirPods one. I mean the build quality is definitely better than the space travel. Look at the space travel, it feels so cheapy. This is pretty much way better. But in fact, let me put side by side, it looks really close to each other. I mean, other than some form factor difference. But that's pretty much what I'm saying. Let me put back this. Let's see what's in the box. Is there anything else other than that? Okay, then there's some tips here. There's a charging cable, and that's about it. So if you actually put everything together, this is what's in the box. Okay, ignoring the manuals and stuff, this is what's in the box itself. Now this is not a lot, not very little, actually quite expected for entry level. I mean, different sizes of tips, and then the earphones, and then the charging cable. I mean, the charging cable, you can use any other USB-C charging cable you have around, so I don't really care. Now the small tip, which is the default one fitted on this, is usually what I use for almost all my IEMs. So I think it's pretty okay. Let me see whether is there a smaller one. There is a smaller one. Now my ears are really small, so I tend to have to use the smallest tip. If not, I will not get any form of sealing. So let me change out the tips. Let's see how hard to change the tips. Oh, it's quite easy. The ridges here are really deep, so you can actually hook nicely the tips in. Oh, this is getting harder than I thought. Okay, I got it in. One side, the other side. Okay, I got the tips in. I noticed that this is oval shape. As you can see, it's oval shape. So I don't know whether that makes a difference or not, but it's rather cool. Okay, now with all that, let's try the pairing. I'm not sure what it takes to pair, but there is a button below that I can press. Now you can see SOUNDPEATS here, and then I think you can just click on it and you are paired. Great. So pairing isn't that tough. So let's look at some songs then. Now my favorite song, as you can see in a lot of videos, is Ibarra. So let me try it one time with it. Okay. ANC is quite good. Oh, the ANC is actually really good. It totally dampens all the sound around you. makes my voice very weird. Let's try playing the music then. Initial impressions are pretty good. Actually, it sounds better than what I remember from my Moondrop Space Travel. So, let's see whether it syncs. Moondrop Space Travel. Let's do this. I think that the bass punch is way better than the Space Traveler. There's some higher low mids, or is it wait? Yeah, low mids or higher high bass. That's how I put it. I mean, technically the high bass region to the low mids region is a bit more filled up with these earphones. Okay, the very first impression using these earphones is that for the Song of Ibarra, I would say, as I said just now, the low mids are more filled up, so there is a bit more warmth to the sound. The bass is a bit punchier. The overall sound is a bit thicker, and then also I would say as the sound noise cancellation is a little bit stronger than the Space Travel. Actually, in fact, stronger significantly compared to the Space Travel. But the Space Travel does feel like it has a more neutral sound. Space Travel is not even neutral sounding, but it sounds more neutral compared to these guys. So it's interesting. I mean, it has a more subtle, I wouldn't say subtle, but more like the bass is lesser. And I guess the mids are more, for a simpler word, just clearer. But let me try another sound. Oh, okay. Let me try this one. The bass impact is really, really good on that. Let me try this. The Air4 Pro do have a way, way stronger bass, and it actually goes way louder too. I mean, just now SOUNDPEATS it's also max, but this is like way louder than the one in Space Travel. Yeah, the volume is just louder. I mean, if you are a loud listener, get the SOUNDPEATS. The Space Travel is just a bit too quiet. Max volume for the Space Travel. Soundstage is also bigger on the Air4 Pro. Quite a bit bigger than the the Space Travel. I mean, just now Space Travel was like that. So just now I was measuring Space Travel. If you put it like that, then the Air4 Pro is like that. So it is bigger in soundstage too. And also I feel that the mids are more open on the Air4 Pro. I just feel that the Space Travel has slightly more neutral mids and slightly clearer mids. I think that's because of its mid bass, or is it low mids? Yeah, mid bass. Yeah, mid bass region. The SOUNDPEATS have more filled up mid bass, and this one has less filled up mid bass. So that's really different. So I think I have some initial impression of this SOUNDPEATS Air4 Pro. Now overall, I think this sound, at least compared to like say the Space Travel here, it has way more impactful bass. It is more exciting to listen. Its mid bass is more filled. It has a lot more body, and its soundstage is bigger. Now compared to the Space Travel, which is about 1/3 of its price, the Space Travel lacks volume. This one goes way louder. The Space Travel lacks volume. ANC not as great. And the mids wise, well, it's a bit thinner. So it depends. If you like the thicker mids, this is better. And the clarity wise, I think this is slightly clearer, just a touch. I'm not sure. Maybe it's the mid bass there, that's affecting me. But I think maybe the clarity is about the same also. But the ANC is way stronger here. So overall, I think that for my first impression, $100, I think this is a good step up from, let's say, the Space Travel. Now, I don't have much time today to really go in depth and compare, let's say, to this one. I think this is unfair. This is like nearly 3 times the price as a dedicated. I think this one so far seems to be a pretty good deal. So with that said, let's look at it again in the future, and I will see you guys next time. Give you more of this earphones full review. Until then, bye bye.